Barrett Kohler Publishers presents Understanding Government Contract Law, 2nd edition, by Terrence M. O'Connor. Read for you by Dave Clark. Introduction. Suggestions on how to use this book. As I've seen so often in the past, I learn a lot from my students, in this case, the readers of the first edition. One thing I learned from their feedback was that the book's readers typically fell into one of three categories. One group of readers used the book as a textbook in classes led by someone with government contract experience. These readers had a guide to help them use this book. A second group, typically readers with some background in government contracts, used the book as a reference for solving specific issues they faced in their day-to-day work. They would go to the table of contents or the index, find the relevant topic, and read the material on that topic. This group did not need a guide as much as the first group. The third group had, I think, the hardest job. They had no guide. They worked their way through the book by themselves at their own pace. I thought it might help this third group if I could be their guide. So I have prepared an overview to help this third group. I think it might also be a help to the other two groups. Following this overview, I have made suggestions on what chapters might be of more interest to readers with specific interests. I end with shortcuts I have used in the book to help make the material easier to read. Overview. This book breaks the complex arena of government contract law into its three most basic parts. 1. Part 1. The parties to a government contract, for example, a business with a government contract and a government contracting officer, contract specialist. 2. Part 2. The government contract itself. The different forms a government contract can take, the way its terms are different from commercial contracts, and how ambiguous contract terms are interpreted. And 3. Part 3. The lawsuits the two parties get into over the government contract, protests and claims, and how these lawsuits are similar to lawsuits in which you and I might get involved, as well as how they are different from these types of lawsuits. Part 1 discusses the legal roles of the contracting officer and the government contractor. Chapters 1 through 4 deal with the contracting officer's four roles. 1. Being a judge. 2. Being a watchdog or sheriff. 3. Being sued, and therefore being a defendant in a lawsuit over an action the contracting officer did or did not take. And 4. Being a plaintiff in a whistleblowing lawsuit. Chapter 5 turns the book.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?